Hey, how's it going? It's your mystical tarot Katsumi here, and I've got a timeless weekly reading just for you. I trust the universe has guided you here right on time, so take what resonates and let the rest gently float away. Now let's hop in and see what's happening in the week ahead. So I was getting this vibe that I don't know, I feel like you're going through a pretty good week, right? And I feel like there's still some things in the mist for you, right? From the past week that you're still kind of going through. But you're overcoming it, and you're definitely in this good spirit, I'm hearing. Some of you have overcome many challenges that may not have been in your best interest, right? But it's really allowed you to grow, so much so that it's like you're being crowned victorious. I'm getting a sense that something along the lines of you being resilient, overcoming these challenges is like redefining how you see yourself as an individual, right? And I'm also getting a sense that you're just kind of going with the flow too, with this wind here. And you're just like getting yourself out of these holes, getting yourself out of these pits that are just not serving you very well. You're going in the flow so much so that the ocean is popping up here too. There might have been some misunderstandings in the past week that might have occurred. Or maybe you're just like almost, I'm getting that you might be second guessing yourself for some of you as well. Almost feeling like very bottled up and very like not really sure about like what to do next. What messages you need to hear, you know. You're trying to use your intuition right now to kind of go through these challenges and these hurdles that are facing you at this time. But you're very quick on your feet this week. And even through the past week too, you've been just almost like, I'm getting a sense that you were like headstrong, very mindful, very organized, being very meticulous, I'm hearing. People see you in a very meticulous way too, and so much so that it's almost helping you reevaluate how you perceive yourself, but there's like some anxiety backing that up. Yeah, you're also experimenting. Some of you are inexperienced in something, and you're really in this like experimental phase throughout the week, and that's really just coming forth in a way where it's like you're almost like something around talents, like I'm almost getting like you have these talents. Yeah, you're like multi-talented. Got these hands coming up here. You're multi-talented. You have this way about you that's almost like people see you in this very like, what's the word where someone's like multitasking all the time? It almost feels like you're so good at it that it almost comes off like robotic. It's super funny. Yeah, you're just like, you have your hands in a lot of things throughout this week, and perhaps the past week. You've been working really hard, okay? And also, I think someone wants to send you a message of some kind. Yeah, they want to tell you that I'm getting a sense like this ace in the hole vibe, or like almost like you've aced this test, or you've aced something throughout the past week into this week, and it's really gonna allow you to just come up on top. I'm also getting a sense that some of you almost feel like imposter syndrome as well through the previous week for some reason, or maybe even this week as well. That imposter syndrome is like almost like feeling like a disguise, but you know your worth. It's just that you're not sure other people see it. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Ooh, but you are a magnet at this time. People are gravitating towards you. People are interested in who you are as a person, what you have to offer. That's big news for you, for sure. Yeah. I'm also getting a sense that, like, a lot of you just know where you want to be and where you want to go next, but you're not sure if other people have the same vision for you. I'm getting a sense that that's something to do with like your relationships, your working environment as well, right? Yeah, and at this time, you're kind of just like in the situation of the King of Swords. You're really like in this like, you're being rational. You're speaking your truth. You're using your sense of authority around you. You have a sense of logic too. Because of that, it's almost as if like you know what to expect, but at the same time, you don't want it to be like the guiding force in your life. And that's like what's helping or hindering you with that Six of Swords, right? You want to like transition, you want to heal, recover, and move on towards certain things that are not serving you. But like there's a sense of like inner knowing and truth, I'm thinking, in your subconscious. Yeah, you have Five of Pentacles popping up here. Yeah, that Five of Pentacles is pretty strong to see too, because it's almost like there's a sense of like isolation that you're undertaking at this time. You might feel a sense of exclusion. Maybe you're excluding yourself from people around you. There is a little bit of like hardships and things like that too. And that might very well just be like reflected off of like the material realm of things, or how you personally feel like physically and mentally, especially with your resources, with that earth energy, right? And so because of that like subconscious and conscious influence, perhaps your past has like a huge like, I'm getting a sense your past has a huge reflection of like how you are seeing things right now. The mind is like a very powerful thing. It's like, in some sense, it's like the brain can really play tricks on you, right? That's what I'm getting here. And that Chariot vibe, it's almost like you're kind of just trying to move forward. You're not trying to let the past dictate like things that you're trying to accomplish, but your past was full of willpower, a lot of action. You're very determined in your past situation, especially throughout the past week. And you're being like almost like very traditional about it, like very like Taurus energy we're getting there. And with that I was getting like a sense of like I was like getting like Taurus like with the Hierophant. I don't know why I said Taurus, but like Chariot is Cancerian vibes. Some of you might be Taurus perhaps. But yeah, I'm getting like Taurus for some reason. Taurus. Yeah. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, but that Cancerian, that Chariot there. Maybe the Hierophant, I'm getting like a sense of like Hierophant energy popping up as well. Almost like you're just like using your sense of like belief and spirituality about things. Definitely what I'm feeling in the energy. Ooh. Yeah. And so, yeah, you're coming in with that Seven of Pentacles and what's your goals and ideals, right? And that Seven of Pentacles is really about you just being patient in the week ahead. You're investing, you're reflecting, you're almost like being very result-driven. Results are coming in for you, but at the same time, you're almost like, I'm getting a sense that you're anticipating something. You're unsure of what's exactly gonna happen, but you're very hopeful, very almost like you're investing your emotion and your spirituality and everything. Like you're putting everything, you're giving your all to something right now. Yeah. And in the near future, you come up with this Ace of Swords vibe. This energy is almost like it's giving like that realization. You're coming through the sense of breakthrough. You're having clarity, not only intellectually, but within like your thoughts, like physically, mentally, everything. Yeah, and there's like sirens in the background too. So there might be a sense of like emergency around that too with that breakthrough. It's almost like it feels like a sense of emergency. Like you feel this overwhelming sense of like you need to rush into this breakthrough. I'm getting like it's almost like so much so emergency that you need to like risk everything for it. I'm getting. And then there's also this sense of like what you need to know in your current environment. So like this Three of Pentacles vibe with this like almost like you're collaborating, you're building and stuff like that within your approach of the Hangman, which is really just you coming into some sense of surrendering with your wisdom. You're letting go of things that are not serving you in that environment, of that collaborative and building environment. It looks like you're letting go of something so that you can fully collaborate towards new opportunities. I'm getting a sense that you had dreams in the past that didn't necessarily work out, and because of that, you're kind of just like uprooting things, and you're taking things from a more collaborative effort, collaborative spirit going forward, which is really showing up in that what you need to know with the Two of Pentacles and Nine of Swords. Because with the Two of Pentacles, you have this sense of balance, and you're being very adaptable, very resilient. You're juggling all your options, right? And that Knight of Swords is you just coming forth with a sense of decisiveness. You're rushing through. You're being almost like, I was getting that aggressive energy for like before, and we're getting that even more with the Knight of Swords. So that's cool to see. And yeah, with that final outcome of the Ten of Wands, it's really interesting to see that, because you go through some sense of like irreversible ending, right, throughout the week. that might essentially give you a sense of pain, but it looks to be that you're just kind of overcoming and letting go of things that are not serving you, which might be really painful to do because you've been involving yourself in cycles that may not have been serving you for a long time. And you're finally like, I'm getting a sense that you're getting a wake-up call or you're realizing this. And it's almost like putting things to rest for you. That's what I'm feeling. It's almost like a bittersweetness to it, but you have like an inner knowing about what's going on, right? So let's just figure out what the what else the universe has to say for this week. Like, what's the gossip on that? We're gonna dive in a little bit more deeper. But yeah. And also, yeah, you're in hustle mode right now. You are working very, very hard, right? And especially with that Chariot, you've been having forward momentum and drive, full determination going forward. You are not letting anything stop you. You're grinding hard, you're ambitious, you're driven, you're determined, and you're like, sleep can wait. And maybe that's really like that wake-up call where you're realizing like, geez, your body is like shutting down on you, and you're like, wow, I can't get rest, I'm burning out, you know? And I'm almost getting a sense that it's that perfectionist in you as well, you know? There's also a sense of no filter. So you're speaking your truth, you're advocating for yourself, you're being authentic in your communication. You have this sense of raw honesty. I'm getting a sense that like, even if the truth hurts, you're gonna be honest and upfront about it. Even if, and I'm getting a sense it doesn't matter if you're introverted or extroverted, you're speaking the truth and you're saying how you feel. And people are noticing that too. And that's kind of why you're like putting things to rest. It's like that inevitable ending of things that are not like working out in your greatest good. You're like, I'm putting a stop to this. I'm gonna open my mouth and I'm gonna say something about it, right? Yeah. You're also like blocking out people who are just not vibing with you, I'm getting. You know, people are receiving, or not even receiving, they're just getting their messages ignored. You're no longer, you know, entertaining people who are not, you know, I was getting a sense of like, almost like, you're not entertaining people anymore. You're not like here to like be a puppet, I'm getting. Yeah, ooh, snap. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that up. Yeah, we definitely got a sense that people were like love bombing you, and now you're just like focused on your self-care. You're like, I'm gonna work on me now. I'm gonna focus on myself. Yeah, people were love bombing you. They're giving you excessive attention. Things were overwhelming. And there's like some sort of hidden control. I'm getting like, I don't know what it is. I know that there's like, not everybody's a narcissist, but I'm definitely getting that energy where people are trying to manipulate you to like act almost like acts of service towards them, I'm getting. And it may not have been events that you necessarily wanted to undertake in, but it's almost like they volunteered you for it, you know, like almost getting like you're minding your business and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, so-and-so can do it, and you're just like, ooh, yeah, sure. But then in reality it's like you never had the time because you're busy with other things, and now you're focusing on yourself. You're prioritizing your rest, you're recharging emotionally, pampering yourself, and you really just focus on your me time. Yeah. There's also some sense of like getting a little bit of like this clickbait vibe where it's like almost like they were like creating misleading like storylines around you, and it necessarily wasn't the truth. They were exaggerating truths. You know, maybe you said like they want you to like almost like put you into some sort of situation. I'm getting almost like using their words to kind of manipulate a sort of situation. Yeah. I'm also getting a sense that through this breadcrumbing that you've been breadcrumbed for for a very long time, and people are almost like this idea of like being slept on, where it's like, you know, you're working hard but no one ever sees your worth and value, but other people around you are being like recognized. You constantly are feeling breadcrumbs, and this is why you're keeping your options open towards like pivots that you need to make in your love life, your work life, and everything in between. Because people are not like committing fully in terms of like what it is that you desire or what it is you see for yourself. It's almost like putting a carrot, like dangling a carrot in front of you, I'm getting as well. And that really hurts too. Yeah, you almost feel like you're like second place, right? And people are making you feel like you're not good enough, right? They're distorting the reality and just like emotionally manipulating things around you, right? It may not be specifically towards you, but it could be just around you in general, which is like why you might have like a perception towards like what's actually happening, right? Yeah, and you have like you do have supporters, but at the same time it almost feels like it's like they're just like there for the moment, you know? Like that rebound, like the rebound vibe. Not necessarily in like a relationship format, but it could be. It could be like that, you know? But it definitely has that vibe for sure. Yeah, but something around December, you're gonna be starting a new job or career. I'm getting some of you that are like, this is not necessarily a job reading, but this is what's happening for the week, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, December, March, March vibes. Ooh, yeah, something around just job changes happening. An older woman might be of significance here, and there's also a sincere wish that will be granted for you. So you've been working really hard towards like this wish, this wish of yours that you've been manifesting for a while. Yeah. And there's gonna be, I don't know why, I'm getting that this rooster is connected to this older woman who might be arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. So just be mindful of like people who are just more like I guess like just like use your ethics and morals really around those who are much older. Getting that, you know, they might have like very strict ways, but at the same time it might be just for specific reasons, or maybe it's just this person is just, you know, just not meant to be crossed, and you probably already understand that, right? Maybe they're just very stubborn in their ways, I'm getting. Yeah, but there's also some major challenges that you're going to be overcoming. And with that, there might be a sense of disappointment in some of the affairs that you're undertaking, but there's definitely some good news coming in, especially during like new job or career. Yeah, and it may not necessarily just be a new job. It could just be like a promotion or a raise or a bonus, right? Or like a new task at your job that allows you to do something that you actually are more like aspire to do, more passionate towards doing. Yeah, oh wow, tulip, yeah, great passion. Yeah, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Yeah, so there's definitely some interesting stuff happening in the near future for you. And I'm getting a sense that you're just kind of just hopping along. You're going through the hurdles and you're already planning ahead because you're on that hustle mode, right? And because you're in this hustle mode, you're just overcoming those major challenges with that mountain that's happening. But don't let those disappointments stop you, right? There's definitely going to be someone that will gossip about all your secrets, and you know, just be mindful of like who you share your stories with as well, who you share your past with, especially within your career. It sounds like universe wants to just like warn you about what's going on within your career, right? Yeah, there's some sense of sorrow over a loss too that you're going to be facing, but don't let that stop you from pushing forward, okay? Yeah, universe just wants you to know that it's okay to, you know, confide in the right people, but not necessarily within the workplace, because the people who you work with may not have your best interest at heart. Behind the scenes, you know, they might come off one way and towards you, and then another towards another person who they're speaking about you towards. Yeah, but you're gonna have a wish granted as well, so keep moving forward. Okay, I'm getting also a sense that something along the lines of like even though there might be some sense of like loss around career or relationships or just like your passions right now, universe just wants you to focus on your self-care and really manage that going forward. Yeah, definitely you're going to be doing something risky soon, so you're going to need that strength and endurance, right? You're going to need that positive energy and frequency around you in order to take that chance. And that's when your wishes will be granted. When you're ready to take a leap forward, when you're ready to take a chance forward, things will happen. Yep, and then you're also going to have emotional security. A loving family is important to you, yes. So I'm getting a sense that regardless if it's just a loving family, you're just going to be surrounding yourself around people who really support you and are allies towards you. That's really hard to like fully like, I'm getting like fully grasp or like manifest or like have in the reality of the world if it's not something you've already been like working towards. But I'm getting a sense that you will be focusing on being around people who you care about and vice versa. They care deeply about you as well. And that's really just going to allow you to have that emotional security to really elevate you forward. Yeah. Okay, I think those are all the messages I'd like to provide for you today. I think the universe is really giving you some great stuff too. Yeah, just keep moving forward. Don't let anything stop you. Use that. I'm getting perseverance. Use your resilience to keep pushing forward. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If this reading resonated, don't forget to like, comment, and join our cozy community by subscribing. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.